Hey everyone and welcome back, I am Maxte. For today I want to share with you guys 69 EVE Online scams. Whatever side you choose to be, it is fine with me. Just try not to be on the wrong side of the fence, if you know what I mean. Let's proceed, alphabetically ordered. Alliance fees. Players or corps are promised entry into powerful alliances for a fee, only to find out the offer was fake. Scammer pockets the fee and vanishes, leaving the victims without the promised alliance membership.
Warp drive active.
Anchor stealing. Stealing anchored structures or equipment left unattended. Players who don't secure their assets can find them stolen or destroyed. Bait ships. Using valuable looking ships as bait to lure attackers, then springing a trap with backup ships. This preys on players looking to score easy kills or loot. Bounty scams. Promising bounties for targets but never paying once the target is eliminated. This often involves exploiting bounty hunters who take on contracts in good faith. Bookmark scams. Selling worthless or incorrect bookmarks, especially for locations like mining sites or exploration points. Buyers often find these bookmarks lead to empty or dangerous spaces. Co-opting POS Fuel. Stealing fuel for player-owned stations like POS to sell or use for personal gain. This can cripple the operations of the affected POS, leading to significant losses. Clone-based scams. Misleading players about the cost of using Clone-base, resulting in unexpectedly high fees or trapping players in undesirable locations. Coercion. Forcing players into bad deals or giving up assets under threat of attack or other negative consequences. This can happen in various contexts, including core politics and market interactions. Contract scams. Misleading contracts with unfavorable terms are created to trick players. This might include hidden fees, swapped items, or contract that seems like great deals but are set up to benefit the scammer significantly. Courier contract scam. Creating courier contracts with impossible delivery destinations or traps leading to collateral forfeiture. The scammer collects the collateral once the contract fails.
Warp drive active.
Corp leadership scams. By gaining the trust of corp members and working their way up to leadership positions, scammers gain control and then steal assets, disband the corp, or execute other malicious actions, leaving the corp in disarray. Corp Taxes. Some corps impose high taxes on members under the pretense of providing services or support. However, collected taxes are often embezzled by corrupt leaders without providing any tangible benefits to the members. Corp Theft. A corporation member gains access to the corp hangars and steals valuable assets such as ships, modules, and raw materials. This often happens when trust is misplaced and the thief takes advantage of their position to cause significant losses to the corporation. Disguised hostilities. Pretending to be friendly or neutral to ambush unsuspecting players. This involves gaining a player's trust to get them into a vulnerable position before attacking. Donation scams. Asking for donations for fake causes or events, often exploiting players' goodwill. Once donations are received, the scammer disappears. Event scams. creating fake in-game events that promise rewards or prizes. Players participate and invest time or ISK only to find the event was a scam. Fake escrow services, offering to hold items or ISK in escrow for a transaction but disappearing with the assets. This preys on players looking for safe trades. Fake market hubs. Scammers set up shop in lesser-known stations and list items at inflated prices, making it seem like a new market hub. Unsuspecting players might buy overpriced items thinking they are getting a good deal.
Warp drive active.
Fake blueprints. Scammers sell blueprints copies or BPCs as if they were blueprints originals BPOs, or sell overpriced useless blueprints. The buyer ends up with a less valuable item than they expected. Fake GMs. Pretending to be game masters, scammers trick players into revealing personal information or transferring assets. This relies on the authority associated with GMs to deceive players. Fake mercenary services. Offering mercenary or protection services but betraying the client by not providing the promised protection or turning on them for additional profit. Fake mining ops. Organizing mining operations to steal and collect ore. Players join these ops expecting cooperation only to be betrayed. Fake Wardecs. Declaring war on corps with the primary goal of extorting ISK for peace. The war declaration itself is a tool to coerce payment rather than engage in actual combat. Fake wormhole sales. Selling fake or inaccurate wormhole locations, leading players to empty or dangerous areas. This scam often involves convincing players of lucrative opportunities in the wormholes. False diplomatic deals. Scammers pose as diplomats or leaders negotiating fake peace treaties, trade agreements, or alliances. Once the victim corp commits resources or assets, the scammer exploits the situation and retracts the deal. False investments. Promising high returns on investment in ventures that don't exist or are destined to fail. Players invest their ISK hoping for profit only to find out it was a scam. Freighter ganking. Targeting freighters in high-sec space due to their typical high-value cargo. Coordinated attacks are planned to destroy the freighter and loot its contents. False trading services. Scammers offer to trade or broker deals on behalf of players, then disappear with the goods or ISK. This can involve promises of better deals or safer transactions that never materialize. False security status. Tricking players into thinking they are in safe space when they are not, often leading to ambushes and attacks in low security or null-sec space. Ganking. Pretending to offer help or safe passage, but attacking instead. This is common in both high-sec and low-sec areas where trust can be easily exploited. Hauling scams. Offering to haul items for players and then stealing the cargo. This is common with high-value goods where trust is easily exploited. High-sec ganking. Attacking players in high-security space where they feel safe. Gankers use surprise and overwhelming force to destroy valuable targets before Concord can respond. Intel scams. Selling false or misleading intel about enemy movements, resources or locations. Players make strategic decisions based on this false information, often leading to losses. Investment pyramids. Creating pyramid scams where players invest ISK with the promise of high returns. Early investors might receive some payouts, but the scheme collapses, leaving most participants with nothing. Impersonation. Scammers pretend to be trusted players, corp leaders, or even game masters to steal assets or information. They exploit the trust placed in these identities to execute their scams. Item switch. During trades, scammers switch out valuable items with worthless ones at the last moment. Players who don't double-check the trade window might end up with something far less valuable than they were expecting. ISK doubling. Scammers promise to double any ISK sent to them. This age-old scam preys on greed, with the scammer disappearing after receiving the ISK. Jump freighter scams. Offering to jump freight for players but stealing the cargo. This targets high-value shipments, exploiting the trust placed in logistics services. Loan scams. Asking for loans with the promise of repayment with interest, then disappearing after receiving the initial ISK or collateral. Loot thief. Stealing loot for fleet mates during or after missions. This can happen when trust is placed in the wrong individuals within a fleet or group operation. Lottery scams. Fake lotteries promising high rewards for ticket purchases. Players buy tickets hoping to win valuable prizes, but the scammer never draws or awards the prizes. Low-sec luring. Luring players into low-security space under false pretenses, such as promising rare resources or missions, then ambushing them. Market manipulation. Scammers manipulate market prices by placing inflated buy or sell orders, tricking players into thinking the demand or supply is different than it is. This can lead players to buy overpriced items or sell valuable items for far less than they are worth. Mining support scams. Offering mining support services such as hauling or protection, but stealing the mined ore or ganking the miners. Miners who rely on this support find themselves robbed. Mission scams. Offering to help with missions, but stealing the rewards or leaving the player in a vulnerable position. This exploits the trust of players seeking assistance. Mutual war declaration. Scammers convince a corp to declare war on another, promising mutual benefits. Once the war starts, the scammer may switch sides or use the war as a pretext to extort ISK from the victim corp. Null-Sec Trap. Convincing players to enter Null-Sec space for lucrative opportunities, only to ambush them once they are far from help and unable to escape. Overpriced Skillbooks. Skillbooks are sold at highly inflated prices, especially to new players who might not know the standard market rates. This preys on the inexperience of newcomers looking to advance their skills quickly. Phishing Links. Scammers send fake links designed to steal account information. Players who entered their details on these fake sites may have their accounts compromised and assets stolen.
Web drive active.
Phony diplomatic deals. Negotiating fake peace treaties, trade agreements or alliances, 10. Exploiting the situation for personal gain. Victims commit resources or assets based on false promises. PI scams. Promising planetary interactions, PI services or goods, but stealing the resources. This targets players who invest in PI without the means to protect their assets. Price spoofing. When the price for an item is well known, scammer will create a contract with a significantly lower price, except it is not in millions, it is in billions. PvP training scams. Offering to train players in combat techniques but using the opportunity to gank or trap them during training sessions. The scammer uses trainees as bait or easy kills for personal gain.
Warp drive active.
Raffle manipulation. Rigging raffles to ensure only the scammer or their associates win, defrauding participants who believe they have a fair chance. Ransom scams. Capturing ships or boats and demanding a ransom for their release, but not honoring the deal after payment. Players pay the ransom, hoping to save their assets only to be destroyed or held again. Recruitment scams. Scammers pose as recruiters for large or reputable corporations, asking for fees to join. Once the fee is paid, the scammer disappears, leaving the victim without the promised corp membership. Recruitment fees. In a similar vein, some corporations charge exorbitant fees for joining, promising great benefits that never materialize. Once the player pays, they may find that the corp offers little to no support or resources. Recruiting for wars. Recruiting players for wars but using them as cannon fodder. New recruits find themselves in dangerous situations without adequate support. Refining scams. Offering refining services but stealing the refined minerals. This targets players who lack their own refining facilities and trust others to process their raw ores. Rescue scams. Offering to rescue stranded players or provide emergency services, but instead stealing their asset or ISK once they are in a vulnerable position. Resource theft. Stealing resources gathered during joint operation or from corp assets. This includes ores, planetary materials, and other valuable commodities. Salvage theft. Stealing salvage for missions runners or wreck sites. Players invest time in clearing missions only to have their hard-earned salvage taken by opportunistic thieves. Skill injector scams. Selling fake or overpriced skill injectors that don't provide the promised benefits. Players might receive lower quality injectors or none at all after payment. Ship replacement programs. Promising to replace lost ships as part of a program or insurance but never delivering. Players who lost their ships are left without the promised replacements.
Warp drive active.
Sovereignty scams. In Null-Sec, players or corps are promised sovereignty in certain systems for a fee or cooperation. After payment or assistance is provided, the scammers betray the agreement, often leading to significant strategic and financial losses. Spy recruitment. Malicious players infiltrate a corporation to gather intel, steal assets, or sabotage operations. They may pose as loyal member while secretly relaying information to rival corps or using their access to harm the corp.
Docking permission requested. Docking
Tax
request
evasion.
accepted.
Offering tax-free trading or services but stealing the profits. This preys on players looking to maximize their earnings by avoiding standard market taxes. Trading margin scam. Scammers create fake high buy orders for expensive items that require a margin deposit. When a player tries to sell, the buy order fails due to insufficient funds, leaving the player with unsold items and wasted broker fees. Wormhole Scams, luring players into dangerous wormholes with promises of exploration or resources, then trapping and attacking them. That was all. I am still looking for scam number 70. Any ideas, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you feel like more details are necessary, please let me know in the comments. I can come back with more information related to each of the presented topics. Thank you for reaching this point. See you in the next video.
Warp drive active.
All of our tutorials are meant to be seen in sequence. Be sure you have checked on that. Before we go, please give us a thumbs up, it's free. Grow with the channel, hit that subscribe button and activate notification bell now. Share and always recommend Maxte in your social media and to your friends. Thank you for being with us. See you in the next one.